Do you long to know your destiny? Does your passion align with your purpose? Do you want the Word of God active and alive in your life? Join Susan as she inspires, empowers, and brings truth to people from all walks of life, causing them to break through and arise into their destiny.
Hi everyone, welcome to Arise with Susan. I am so happy that you joined me today. I have an excellent show planned just for you. You know, there are times in our lives where we just need a kick in the pants to get us where we need to be going, to give us some direction. And to do that, we really don't even know sometimes where to begin, right? We need a roadmap. Well, today we're going to give you a roadmap, okay? We're going to help you even know how to begin, because I don't know about you, but sometimes it's like, where do I even begin? What happens in my life is that I keep doing the same thing over and over again because that's all I know. And what's the definition of insanity? When we do something, the same thing over and over again, and we expect a different result, but we don't get it, do we? Well, today I have two amazing guests with you, and we're going to talk about how to get you on the right track. Do you feel sluggish? Do you have, do you need more energy? Do you have brain fog? Well, we're going to bring some clarity to you today. I'm so excited to introduce to you today Dr. Dilley and Megan Floyd. Welcome to my show. Welcome to Arise with Susan. I'm so excited to have you.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dr. Jan. Dr. Jan holds a PhD, and she is a doctor of natural medicine from Internal Quantum University for Integrative Medicine. Wow, that's a lot to say right there. She is a traditional naturopath. Right? I said that right? Okay, that's good. She's a certified biofeedback specialist too, and has her diploma in holistic iridology. I said it right. I had to practice that. Now, she's going to tell us what that is, so I will know. Anyway, she desires to educate her clients that our bodies have the ability to heal, and it's so far greater than anyone has ever permitted them to believe. I like that. Dr. Jan, so much. Yes. And this is Megan Floyd. She's a certified health and life coach. That is what we need. Mm-hmm. And a master of transformational coaching, of the transformational coaching method from the Health Coach Institute. Man, you guys are on it. We're gonna get educated today. I'm so excited. After earning her MBA, raising 5 children, wow, and climbing the corporate ladder over 15 years, she became stressed, burnt out. Can we relate? And desperate to find her passion again. Wow. After doing some serious emotional healing and studying the art and science of habit change, she's learned to say yes to her dreams. Now she's on a mission to help others do the same. Welcome. I'm so excited. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, we're going to learn some stuff today, people. Come on. So our topic is holistic health and lifestyle. So Megan, talk to us a little bit about that. Can you tell us about your business, your holistic health, and coaching, what you do?
Yes. Thank you so much for having us. First and foremost, we're so excited to be here. Yes. And Dr. Jan and I really partnered together to offer individuals just an option to take a more holistic approach to their health and wellness and lifestyle. Right. And we do that by not just addressing their physical needs, whether that's through exercise or nutrition guidance or maybe supplements that they may be needing, but also their emotional and spiritual needs as well. Mm-hmm. As you said in Dr. Jan's bio, when we look at the whole person, which is your mind, body, and our soul, the body has this wonderful power to heal itself naturally and safely. Yeah. But oftentimes we're just addressing the physical needs and not the emotional and spiritual needs as well. So Dr. Jan offers services that really looks at what does the body need at the subconscious level, where most of our decisions and habits and health reside. And then from my standpoint as a coach, how do we create lasting change? Like you said, we often want to change, but then we fall back into old patterns. So a coach really helps provide that support and accountability to make that change last. So that way we can really approach or address the whole person.
Yes.
And create health for their life that lasts forever, instead of just, in this repeated cycle of just a vicious cycle of
it really
that
is.
we fall into oftentimes.
It really is. We do that.
Yes, we do.
We're creatures
Yes.
of habit.
Yes, we
We're
do.
going to break some habits today.
Yes, we
Come
are.
on. I'm excited because I need that in my life. I need that in my life.
Don't we all?
Well, we get busy. And
do.
we're like, I'm too busy. Tomorrow.
Yes.
And then that tomorrow becomes next year.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Exactly.
you're 5 years out and you're doing the same thing.
Yes.
It's so true because I've done that. Yeah. So tell us what services you both offer. Go ahead and start, Dr.
So
Jean.
I do biofeedback, iridology, evox, biomapping, hair analysis, blood analysis as well. And I'm going to talk about most of those, except I'm not going to really talk about iridology, so I'm just going to kind of tell you what that is here.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It's just we take a professional iris camera, and you're taking a picture of the colored portion of your iris.
Really?
And everything that's ever happened to you shows up in your iris because it's connected to the central nervous system.
Okay.
And so the reason I like it so well is because weaknesses can show up in the body like 20 years before they manifest. And if you can see what's weak in your body now, you can build it before it becomes a disease. So that's why the iridology is just very powerful.
Oh my gosh, that sounds really powerful. Wow.
And for me, I offer clients just short-term programs, like 30-day programs to help them with their habits. So just little things that you can do throughout your day to dramatically improve your overall health and wellness. Like you said, we often get busy and we fall into these patterns of behavior. We have so much stress in our day-to-day that we often forget to think about our own self-care. And so my programs are really geared towards making sure that you prioritize self-care and also just change little things in your day-to-day that will really improve your overall health and wellness. And then I do have longer-term programs that are 90 days because it does take 90 days to really see change in your lifestyle. And often the majority of our health issues are because of our everyday habits and choices. And so I want to help clients just make them feel like a healthy life is just it's just who they are.
Yes,
they don't have to think about eating the right things or doing the right things or taking care of themselves. It's not a difficult thing for them. It's just a way of life and a way of living for them. And so that's really the goal with the coaching programs.
Wow, that's so cool. Give us one example of a just like a small example of one area we can, or just an example where we can change, or a habit, or.
I will tell you, I lost 35 pounds last year, and one of the things that I learned was that it's not just about what you eat, but the state that you're eating in. And so oftentimes, so I lost 7 pounds in 1 week. So this is my one big tip, that if you could do anything, you don't even have to change what you eat. Just slow down. Because we often eat in 3 to 5 minutes because that's what we are trained to do. We're often eating at our desk or in the car, kids and you're rushing and you're just eating. And I noticed that when you slow down and you actually take 20 minutes, because it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to signal to your brain that it's full. So we're often overeating when we don't have to. So if you just slow down and take 20 minutes to actually eat your food, you won't even have to change your diet and you'll still lose weight because you won't actually need to eat as much. So that's one tip. That's my secret sauce, is just to slow down when you eat, and you will see some drastic changes.
I like that.
in
That's
your
a
health.
good tip right there. We can all benefit from that one. Seriously. So why is it important to address the mind, body, and spirit when it comes to health and wellness?
It's because we're a triune being. We're a spirit, we're a soul, which is our emotions and mind and all of that. And we live in a body. So in order to have health, we have to address all 3 areas.
Right.
Yeah, and often our decisions are emotional.
True that.
As much as we don't want them to be. Everything we do is driven by our emotions. And so you really have to look at, and oftentimes we do things unknowingly. You know, we were wired at a very young age through, things that may have happened to us, beliefs, our education system. All of these things contribute to how we function or our behaviors. And so we really need to address those underlying beliefs that we hold and just ask ourselves, is this working for me today? And if not, what do I need to let go of so I can take empowered action to what I really truly desire, rather than, what I know, how can I look at and change my behavior to really what I want in my life?
That's so good. Wow.
Yeah. It's very important.
Yeah, because it's important to work on every area.
Oh, yes.
You get one area in shape, but you're going to be off kilter and then you're going to go back.
Exactly.
You're going to go back. So it's so true.
Yes.
It's so true.
And I think oftentimes, mental health we have a stigma around it.
Yeah.
And it is becoming more and more, there is more awareness, but research shows that those with physical issues also have mental issues as well. And so we need to address the whole person so we can really achieve that optimal health and wellness long term, not these, short-term fixes that we find ourselves in, but really creating lasting change.
That's good. Well, we want quick fixes.
I know.
We do. We want that pill.
We do.
Right. I want to lose 7 pounds in 1 week.
Exactly.
Come on, baby.
But just slow down. I'm just kidding.
Slow down your eating and you can't. Yeah, I should put in a disclaimer here. That may not happen for all of us.
Yes, it may not happen. That is true. That is true.
It may not happen for all of us, but hey, but it can.
It can.
And you can maybe even lose more. Come on now.
Exactly.
Just slow down our eating. Wow,
Yeah.
that's so good. So, Dr. Jan, what is biofeedback?
Biofeedback is an FDA-approved medical device. And so what it's doing, it's going in and finding the stressors in your body at the subconscious level. Because 90%, of what's going on in our life is at the subconscious level.
Absolutely.
And so what it does is it finds what's stressing you, and 90% of the reason we have disease is because of stress. Stress is huge, and a lot of people don't realize that. So stress is the main reason we have disease. And so because every cell in your body, it is in a health at a certain frequency, and stress then it just shakes that all up, and makes your body stressful. I mean, it makes
Puts stress on your body.
And because in health, you should be like at 62 to 78%, not percent, megahertz. That's where you should be. Your frequencies, exactly. And so the stress just causes erratic vibrations. And so because your cells have memory, that cellular memory,
Yes, absolutely,
it remembers everything, and so it can only produce after its own kind. So if your cells are sick, diseased, then they're going to produce more sickness, more disease. So
it doesn't matter if you change your eating habits if you're still stressed out.
if you're stressed, you should never eat when you're stressed. Never.
Well,
okay.
So how do we not do that? Tell us what to do. Really, you give a tip on how that what are we supposed to do?
Well, you just need to, if you're stressed, then just don't eat, because it makes everything worse. And Megan, you could probably talk about that a little bit better.
Yeah, I think when it comes to stress, the body we don't know the difference between if there's a bear chasing us or we're stuck in traffic.
Right.
Like our body doesn't.
Fight mode.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so it's really important that when you find yourself in a state of stress, you can breathe. Taking 2 minutes just to breathe and bring those cortisol levels back down to the natural state. Prayer, always. I always go to prayer first, because and like we said, just making sure you're having enough water, drinking, sleep, breathing. Those are just some natural ways. Taking a quick walk, just getting up and stretching for 2 minutes in the morning. Those are just little things that you can do just to help reduce the level of stress that you have, because stress is never going to go away. And actually, stress is a good thing. It can be a good thing.
Okay.
The key is to manage it, because you're never going to get rid of stress. That's just impossible. There's too many toxicities, and I mean, we have our phones, that causes stress in our bodies. I mean, all of these things cause stress. So the key is to find ways to manage it, so that way it's not causing so much harm on your physical body where it causes that disease. So that's really important.
Okay. So how can biofeedback improve our health? Dr. Jan?
How can biofeedback improve our Well, it's because it's finding the stressors.
Okay.
So because 90% of what we're stressed about, it's in the subconscious. You have no idea. You have no idea why you're stressed and what's stressing you. So the biofeedback will just help us find out what's going on in the body, and then
It reads your mail.
Exactly.
It reads your
Exactly.
mail.
Because it's testing, like 20,000 different things.
Oh my
So whether it's bacteria, whether it's hormones, whether it's emotions, maybe it's foods that you're eating, and you don't know that it's causing your body stress. So that's how it finds what is stressing you.
Yeah. So example, if your body doesn't like a certain food, you're going to know what it is
that.
and say,
Exactly.
don't eat bananas anymore.
Exactly. And bananas may be fabulous for most people, but for you, they're
But for you,
not.
they're gonna mess
not.
you up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think too, because I'm actually a client, I've been a client of Dr. Jan, something that was really awesome with the biofeedback is that it can also help you identify trauma. Or
so
things that maybe
Trauma's
you've
huge.
buried or suppressed or you didn't even know happened, and it allows you to bring those up and then just find balance. So that way, emotional trauma, emotions are just as critical to our overall health and wellness as everything else. And so I think that was really great with the biofeedback, that it not just identifies like what maybe toxins or bacteria, or, things like that, but also what events maybe happened in your life that maybe you need to look at a little bit closely or find some healing in. So it does really help with the emotional aspects of your health as well, which is just as critically as important.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about. That finds every area.
Every area. You cannot hide from the biofeedback.
Don't worry, Dr. Jan is amazing.
She is.
She's beautiful. She's compassionate. She loves. And highly confidential. What you share with her stays with her.
Yes.
It's a HIPAA that you sign, HIPAA form, So we.
Exactly.
So,
Don't let that stop you, because it's so important to our health is so important.
Yes.
We want to live to fulfill our prophetic destiny, my friend. We want to live.
Exactly.
I saw JM. Did you see his picture of his mom? She's 88 years old.
Yes, and she looks fabulous.
And she's vibrant. I'm like,
what does she have?
What does she do? It can't be. Maybe it's not just in the genes. So I'm thinking, when I grow up, I want to. When I'm 88, I want to look like that.
Exactly.
Man, come on. So we gotta walk in wellness.
Yes,
we really do.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. And that's why this is a kick in the pants. I'm even getting my pants kicked. So I'm serious. So the impact of stress on our overall health and well-being. Let's talk about that. So, Dr. Jan, let's talk about our stress on our overall well-being. Why are people so stressed out today?
Okay, it's because of our food. It's genetically modified, and then the meat and the dairy, you're getting hormones and all of that.
Yes.
And sugar's almost in everything. And
I know.
It's
Read
horrible.
your labels.
Yeah, totally.
Gosh, yeah.
And processed. Food is processed, and so we're in such a busy, go. It's like, let's just go through the drive-through.
Yeah.
And that's totally processed. It's totally toxic. And so that's how most people live. And I was saying earlier about the frequencies that in health we're like at 62 to 87 megahertz.
Right. Yes.
Guess what what megahertz processed food is?
What is? I don't even know.
Zero.
Zippo.
Zero. Exactly. So if you're eating processed food all the time, then you're bringing your health down all the time, because you're eating no nutrition.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one of the things.
That's a butt kicker.
And then you've got Chronic inflammation, that's caused from foods because let's say you're gluten-free and you're eating, wheat.
Yeah.
Then for you, that's toxic, so it causes inflammation and stress and bacteria. And then we have EMFs, your electromagnetic frequencies.
Yes.
Your phone, you always have that.
phone.
Your computer. And where do you go to get away from Wi-Fi?
It's in the room. It's totally in the room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So all of those things cause stress.
Yes, they do.
And then I had a slide on the beliefs that talks about the result of our programming, because our beliefs are from when we, in utero up to around age 6. That's where our beliefs were set. That's when it happened. And so we're living life based on decisions we made when we were, in utero. How did you make a decision? You couldn't make a decision, but things that happened to you, the programming, that's what you're basing your decisions on in life now. So, and like I mentioned on the slide, the subconscious is 90% of everything that's how we react. If you on a conscious level you make a decision, your subconscious is going to override that quickly. You may make it for 5 minutes or 5 weeks that I'm not going to eat this, but if you've not changed the subconscious, if you've not changed that programming, then you will go back to
what you know.
What your body knows. So so our beliefs they just create a lens through what we see life
And what we've experienced.
exactly. And it all goes back to utero up to 6, and that's what we're basing all our decisions on.
So how do you help people reduce and cope with the stress?
Biofeedback, because
There you go, friends. We can go home now.
because it does. It finds everything that's stressing you. I mean, everything that's stressing you. And then I also use another modality, which is called the EVOX.
Okay.
And what that does, that helps heal trauma. So we have a lot of traumatic memories,
Yes, we do. Yes.
Exactly. And so what it does, it changes the perception. It's perception reframing. It's all the perceptions that we have, it reframes those. Is what the system does. And so when you're talking, your voice, it's not your words, it's your voice has frequencies.
Yes.
So you're saying things, you don't know what's in those frequencies, you have no idea. You're just talking.
That's amazing.
But the frequencies show up, and so the software then, it finds where you're stuck, where your beliefs have made you be stuck, And so one of the zones is called suppressed emotional expression, and that is when they have a fear of confrontation.
Okay.
It's
amazing. That's amazing.
So it just because their fear, they lead to they're afraid of rejection.
Sure.
And so they're not going to share their emotions.
Many of us are afraid to be vulnerable.
Exactly. And so they have this wall up. And then what usually has happened to that person? They've been abused, they've been mistreated. And how many people do you know like that?
Wow.
It's in circumstances.
The percentage is so high.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's so staggering.
It is. And so
sad.
they were mistreated when it wasn't, where self-defense wasn't even permissible or possible.
Right,
and a lot of times it goes back to that utero. And so may I just tell a quick story about that?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Because I think that makes more sense to people when they hear what has happened.
They can relate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I just had a 9-year-old that his mom brought him in, and we were testing the emotions, and now what if I cry?
You cry.
Okay.
Because I said you were compassionate. It's okay.
And so the emotion of abuse came up. And he looked at me, he said, I have never been abused, ever. And his mom said, baby, when you were a baby, I wasn't well. And I was very abusive to you.
Wow.
And she says, I'm sorry. And I just shared that story because he didn't realize at a conscious level that he had any abuse.
Right, yeah.
But his subconscious knew that. And so he was reacting out of that abuse, which he had on a conscious level no memory about.
no idea. Oh
No
my
idea.
gosh.
So,
Thank you for sharing that, because that's very helpful.
Yeah.
That, you know, it helps people understand, you know, the truth. You know, it came, you know, and how beautiful the ending was.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
They gave her opportunity to just love on her son and repent
Exactly.
and,
Yes.
and bring restoration and
Yes.
heal the trauma.
exactly.
Come on, we don't
all
have
need it.
I know. There's
No shame.
No.
Yeah, we
there's
all
not.
need healing in
Oh,
some
yeah.
shape.
We do,
or form,
absolutely.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We are running out of time. So, what I want to do is just, let's see. Let's talk about, really quick, we talked kind of about how changing our habits is difficult for us. We talked a little bit about that. We talked about emotions tying into our behavior. So so that's really good. Can our words, thoughts, and beliefs impact our health and wellness overall? I know that you wanted to hit that today. Let's hit that really quick.
Okay, I'll start it.
Okay,
And again,
yes.
it goes back to our beliefs.
Yes.
You know, back to utero to 6 years
Yes.
old. And so, because our beliefs are in our subconscious mind, we have no idea what we don't know.
Yes.
And so that's why the biofeedback, the EVOX, it just shows us what you don't know.
Yeah.
And then once you know on a conscious level,
Right.
you can
Work on fixing it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. So, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes we don't know, why do I do what I do?
Exactly.
Why am I responding this way? You have
Exactly.
no clue, no understanding.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Megan, did you have something to add to that?
Yeah, and I would also say that, you know, we're always in a state of battling either love or fear, right?
Yeah,
Our
that's
cortex
good. That's so good.
wants
That's so
to
good.
love and change and grow and move forward, but there's this little part of our brain that wants to keep us safe.
Yes.
Even if
Yes.
that safety, you know, maybe there was a traumatic event, but we had to do something to keep us safe. And so
Right. Yeah,
that's really
yeah.
where coaching can come into place is they can help you resolve that inner conflict
Right on.
and really
Yes.
take alignment and take empowered action each week to what you truly desire, not what you're scared of.
Right.
So that's another
so
thing
good
is
right
just
there.
just you gotta address and resolve that fear because it's natural. It's a positive. There's always a positive intent.
Come on.
And
Yeah.
so you have to look at what your body's trying to tell you, even though it may be showing up in a negative form, like you have pain or disease. There's positive intent, and so find out what that is and take some empowered action to truly what you want.
That's so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. We got some direction today, I'm thinking, people. Some real good direction. We have so much more we can talk about, but I'm telling you what, there's some contact information on the screen, and I suggest that you get a hold of these two beautiful, amazing women to get on that road that you need to go on to move into a healthier lifestyle. If you can't figure out why you're behaving the way you're behaving, they're going to help you. You know, they're going to help you, and they're going to coach you and stand by you and walk with you through it. That's the important thing too. Is
Yes.
you're not alone. You won't be alone in the process. They're here to help you, and they're going to help you fulfill what you were created to do on this earth. And don't we want to do that? We want to create. We want to walk in all that God created us to walk in and do what He's called us to do. So I got to end the show today. Thank you so much for being on A Rise with Susan. I'm so excited for what God is doing, and we're going to walk into some beautiful health with these two beautiful women right here. So until next time, hugs to you.